Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Permiano.
And I'm Dan DeBriel, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
All right.
Hey.
We're live, hopefully.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
live.
Yeah?
Hopefully
Hi.
not another week of just chatting for 10 minutes for our own purposes while nobody else can hear us.
And then starting in the middle of an episode with guests that nobody knows who they are. And
Well, I mean, yeah. If they're on our show, no one knows who they are anyway.
Except this week.
Except this
Yeah.
week, obviously.
an icon in the studio today.
Yeah, some call me a hero, Otis Timlin. Here I am.
Oh, cool.
Nice to be here, everyone. I
he
talked
dropped
to
the
you, Dave.
name himself, so I
He's
didn't have to.
introducing himself. This is
I know.
great.
I'm very self-conscious about it now.
No, do it, Dave. Do it, Dave. Do it.
No. You don't get two intros. You're
Otis
not the
Timlin.
guest so nice we intro you twice.
That's right. That's
I
right.
thought the mariachi band was going to come in with the trumpets and everything.
I know.
That's before we found out you're not Mexican.
Yeah, we had to send them off.
I might as well be.
Yeah. Otis is one of the more racially androgynous comics out there, which is a good way for him to get away with pretty much everything.
Yes, Otis has what you are: Arab, black, and racist, which is an interesting combination.
You could have just said Arab. The Arabs are the most racist people around. First of all, I'm not racist. I just like stereotype jokes. But the Arabs are hateful. Jad did a bit once. Our good friend Jad S.
He will be on the podcast in a few weeks.
Future guest. He did a bit once where he said that if he brought home a Jewish girl, his parents would be angry, and people were like, but it's like, what do you want Jad to do? Stop centuries of racism in the Middle East? Like what? He's supposed
If
to
I
be
brought
one?
home a Jewish girl, I'd be angry too. Such a stereotype.
Yeah, you don't. Your parents aren't like that, right? They're not like, why won't you bring home a nice Jewish girl? It's not like
My
that.
mom wants me to settle for whatever is willing to settle for me.
Well, you got to think about what kind of dowry this woman's presenting. Like, where does she come from?
Dave's mom doesn't want him to be home, let alone him
Right.
to bring someone else home. I feel like.
Wait, that's the cow trading thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is a very fun thing about you as a comic, Otis, is that much like our previous guest, Luke Kincaid,
Who's that?
you don't know. For our viewers at home, Otis and Luke are good friends.
Remember when
buddies.
you needed a designated driver for like 2 years?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes Luke pulls up to drive you home from a show, and he needs a designated driver, like it was at my show.
Oh God. Yeah. Black Christmas.
Yes,
That
yes,
was a
yes,
hell of a
yes.
time.
Was
Um,
that is it
You were on that.
You
too.
were on that show.
Oh, okay,
We
so
did
I guess the theme was dark comedy.
Yeah, dark
Okay.
Black Christmas as of the humor that was being told on the show.
Yeah.
Which
and it was
you
also in
headlined.
June, mid-June.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. That was my second. That was Black Christmas in July. That was a separate show. But you're right. That was the one he rolled up on dangerously. Let's say.
Oh wait, you did a Christmas show in June or July?
Yeah, you were.
I thought you
headline-
were making a Juneteenth joke.
Oh no.
Jeez.
I had at my show at the
Oh, so
Animated
you made the
Brewing.
Juneteenth joke?
Yes. Yeah.
You're not allowed to. You might be.
See, this is what
yeah.
happens. It'll turn into Otis. He shot Al Sharpton live on the Weekday Comics.
But no, like Luke, a man you've never heard of before, you do a great job of sort of challenging expectations and like scrambling people's like, I don't know, and I want to say prejudices in like that actual way, but yeah, in that way too. Anything the way people judge you, you'll go up and just defy all of those expectations, which make you a great comic.
Well, I appreciate that. I really, especially coming from you guys, that means a lot. You know, I like you guys.
That's only his words.
Nah, yeah, Dave doesn't hold it nearly as high opinion of you.
God, but yeah, it's you want to give it to them. You want to see what their, you know what I mean. You want to see what their reaction's going to be. I had somebody come up. This was actually a comic too. Somebody came up to me and said, "You shouldn't have made a joke." I made a joke where I said, "You know how sometimes like if you're built different, you have the Mamba mentality. You pay $3 million to a girl you didn't rape." And this guy came up to me and he said, "You know, you shouldn't be talking about him like that because there was the crash. His daughter died in the crash." And I said, "You're right. That's somebody's daughter we're talking about." It's not so funny then.
No,
The highest compliment I can ever pay a joke is that it makes me like chuckle while driving home. And you have a Kobe Bryant joke that does do that.
yes.
I'm glad about that.
I love that joke. You have one of the consistently funny and like evergreen Kobe jokes. Like you can tell it now and it's still funny. So
Yeah, you know, it's built in history.
but it's like
Built on the side of a mountain, isn't it?
yeah. Tell it far and wide, not as far and wide as Kobe went.
Yikes.
That's why he's the master.
Lower Marion High School, represent. I drive past there sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, loaded. I had loaded.
Yeah.
Something about driving through Ardmore out of your mind.
Oh God, yeah, Ardmore. It's a slice of life we'll never get to taste of.
Oh, it's the Holy Land.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. But yeah, no, what I love about your comedy is that you're always pushing the envelope. You are constantly trying to live, your comic voice tries to live in that space of going right up to the groan and getting as much laughter as you can without crossing over or just crossing over enough, you know?
Yeah, I enjoy. I like when when you like unravel it and there's nothing to groan about. It's just the way you say it. You know what I like? If you say things in the right, I notice that sometimes with the comics, like people, it seems like they're just trying to hit a cadence at mics sometimes. Like what they hear gets laughs online. They're trying to mimic the up and down of the voice.
Absolutely.
So it's. You could. I like that though, because I could say, "What's so bad about that?" And then I'll give them 10 seconds to think, and there's nothing, and then the next one will be something terrible.
Yeah.
I think the sunglasses helps too, so that people
Oh,
can
yeah.
look into you and see that there is no soul.
And it also helps like cover some of your expression, which makes it harder for people to read, and it adds to that like tension of like, is he joking? You know, like what? I mean, of course you always are, but like to somebody that doesn't know you or isn't willing to laugh and doesn't have that really open sense of humor. There's definitely an edge that you walk, and I've seen you, speaking about walking, I've seen you walk some audiences before.
I'm blushing. If you put on,
Are you?
I am. Yeah. If you put no glasses, you should be able to see it. If you put on sunglasses and don't acknowledge it, like people are like, "What the hell?" It's fun after a while. But,
Yeah. And
I enjoy you turning off. Everybody knows the Dave cackle.
Oh, love
Yes.
the Dave cackle.
The Dave cackle. It's the more discomfort amongst the audience, the better reaction you're going to get out of me.
yes.
And you are the best at it.
Oh my God! Again, it means a lot. I really, I try to. I think that a lot of the fun of seeing me is seeing me with someone who hasn't seen me before. You can kind of watch them.
Yes.
And
I think if you know what to expect, you're primed and you're more willing to laugh. But those people that come in and they've never heard of you and they don't know what you're about to do, that is always fun.
Could you imagine not?
I couldn't.
Oh goodness.
But yeah, I just love that, and I love that. Like much like Luke, you play with these expectations of like people, which I love, is that people will look at you and they'll make assumptions about you.
They do?
And about who you are and what you are, because like Dave said, you're kind of racially ambiguous, and you get to play that game of using the identity that you very much are,
Right.
but people don't parse you as. So it's like that weird thing where it's like, you know, R words and stuff, and you are, you know, you can say many things, but people, like white people, will get all mad and be you can't say that. And it's like, well, actually, he can. Like, you just have made this snap judgment of him and have put him in a box, when in reality, if you knew him, you would know that he can say, by the rules that we have laid down, you can say all of it.
Well, I like to get the, I'm shocked you're not Hispanic. I would have never thought you weren't Hispanic. And I'll just say, why?
Wait, what are the percentage? Have you done a 23?
God, no. I'm saving that for a Patreon wall.
So you're a quarter black.
Yes.
Which is a term I thought I thought that would have made an NFL term.
Yeah. He's going to get the light skins accepted, Patrick Mahomes.
I think my grandfather's had a term for that, but I'm not gonna.
Well, the grandfathers have to slowly accept Mahomes. Like, you'll hear the grandfathers say, "Listen, man, I'm no fan of Mahomes, but against Lamar Jackson, come on."
Right, now there's like a gradient, like a color gradient scale of who they'll cheer for.
It's like how the Irish slowly became accepted as though it got more diverse in America. At kitchen tables, families had to say, "Man, these Irish compared to blank," and then all of a sudden,
it was football. It was Jim Kelly. That's who it was. He got the Irish accepted with that higher tier play. But Mahomes can win.
Wasn't it Kennedy?
Yeah,
I guess they weren't that accepted.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Boy, someone was really out to get the Irish.
Yeah.
I've always been a
Fucking
big
great.
Sirhan guy.
Yeah. Didn't he just get released?
Did he? He's
No,
still
no,
alive.
he got denied
Oh,
parole.
did he get denied?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Reagan guy got out. The guy who
That's
shot Reagan,
right.
and he was starting a band.
He tried to start. Yeah,
Really?
he tried to rent out like an opera hall.
Oh wow.
'Cause
Okay.
he wanted to conduct an orchestra or something.
Oh, I'd go.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
I'd go see
shooting of
that.
the president isn't even the worst part of it. It's the doing it to impress a 14-year-old lesbian. Like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Taxi
forgave,
Driver's
I
a
forgave
good
the
movie,
president. I forgave the president thing immediately.
My Jodie Foster's on the pinball machine, but you can have your
Yeah.
fucking taxi driver.
Iconic scene, though. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anytime they need a parody or rape, it's that scene. What Deliverance usually gets
Yeah,
in there.
Deliverance
There's
is a
one on
very-
a pirate ship. I don't know what that's from though.
There he is.
Captain Ron.
There's John Hinckley Jr., baby,
there he
all
is, yeah.
out doing his music.
He could be at any coffee shop playing anything.
Yeah, I think I've
Oh,
seen that
yeah,
guy at
look
an
at
open
that.
mic.
I mean, rock body. He's got a rocker's
Now
body.
that's an Otis Timlin fan right there. I got to.
Yeah, do you spot him? You can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, you got a fan coming
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
You could start a little thing with him, like a
Man.
music and comedy tour.
If I reached out to him, he'd probably write back. I talk to Lenny Dykstra all the time.
Oh, that's right, you
on
do.
Instagram.
You get drunk and DM Nails.
Yeah, and then he gets drunk and messages me back.
Which is amazing.
Once he said,
Wait,
to
he's
me,
not the one that died.
No, who
no,
did it,
who
Roy
died?
Halladay?
Dalton?
Dalton.
Did Darren Dalton?
Was it Dalton that died?
die? Yeah, I think so.
Lenny's more than alive.
Yeah, Nails is alive.
He was on that
No,
Mets
he
team.
he lived in a dumpster recently, right?
Yeah, he was like a day trader, and he like lost it all, and now he lives in a
Who,
dumpster.
Dalton or
Nails.
Nails.
Yeah.
Nails doesn't live in. He lives in a dumpster.
No, I don't know.
No, he has.
But
he's got
I know he
beautiful
lost a lot.
daughters.
He lost a lot of money in the market. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Keep going. Don't look up
He
here.
tweets all the time, and he'll say, "Guess who's 4 days, 2 months, and 3 days since free from jail or since he got arrested." And it's great. His 30 for 30 about the '86 Mets, incredible.
Yeah, don't you DM him things like, man, they won't talk about it, but the election was stolen.
No, he tweets that.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know he's like a hardcore
Yeah, he's
Trump
a
guy, yeah.
I just like to see. It's funny. He talked with Luke about cigars once.
Really? That's funny.
My favorite when they're inside president's assistants. It's
Yeah.
my favorite cigars.
And I assume it's actually him, since if you're in a
Oh, yeah.
dumpster, you probably don't have a social media manager.
Oh God! Right? Well,
Yeah.
None of the. He's like exiled from baseball. A lot of the people don't talk to him. Similar to Aubrey Huff, he says some weird stuff on Twitter too. Former baseball player. They wouldn't let him go to the Giants' 10-year anniversary
Right.
thing.
Just because they have right-wing views?
He really didn't say anything because this was before the election. It was 2019, so he was like just very pro-Trump. He also tweeted one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. California is really going to go red. You guys think I'm crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Like paragraphs calling people idiots.
Yeah. There was that weird
I
current
mean, that
where
is a
people
close
thought-
color to fire.
Yeah. Fucking people.
I just love to see people when they're so sure of something like that. And
Something that will never happen in a million
no.
years, yeah.
Well, I mean, outside of L.A., it's pretty red, right?
Yeah,
LA,
right,
it's
that's
just
the whole thing.
Well, yeah. Also, there are more Republican voters in California than there are in Texas. It's just there are so many more Democratic voters. So, like, by numbers, there are more, I think, more Republicans in California than any other state. It's just that California has so many more people than anyone else.
they could take. Well, yeah, but they could take over, but like Los Angeles is the left-wing place that has all the guns.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
That could actually fight back.
Yeah, everyone I ever witnessed in LA with a gun, probably not a Trump voter. Non-voter at best.
Well, when I was in college, and people ask us, the Arab is Syria, and people would ask me about, shouldn't we let these refugees in so we could get them to register and vote these misogynistic assholes out of Congress?
Wait, the people that don't think women should show any skin
Yeah,
whatsoever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll tell some old granny she's a terrible person because she's like a Catholic and doesn't like abortion. But then they'll say, we got to bring in these people seeking refuge from a Muslim country to get these goddamn misogynists out of Washington.
That's like what happens in Florida. They're like, we have to let all of these refugees in, and the refugees get in here and they're like, well, we don't fucking like commies. these, so we're voting Republican.
Yeah.
And the Democrats like, whoa, wait a second.
So in other words,
Wait
we
a
have to
second.
force these immigrants
You
to
are the
assimilate.
chosen one.
We should let these people in just to brainwash them with our thoughts in the moment. Of
We
what's
didn't bring
appropriate.
you in here to vote for Trump. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
remember, if you said Joe Biden was old for like a year and a half, you'd get called a Nazi.
We've crossed another official more disliked than
Yeah,
liked
Dan-
joke.
That was years. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a joke about Joe Biden's running mate being a coffin, and the internet did not like that. He's old. I don't.
You say that you Trumpers are all this. Well, no, he's also way too old for this shit. It's
They're
like-
both too
they're
old.
too
Yeah, they're
old.
they're both too old. But it's just one of those things. Like the young people don't like. There isn't anyone. Like the power structures don't elevate anybody who's young.
No, it's
to
like
fucking
comedy.
do it. Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully, when I'm 75, I'll finally be.
Yeah,
I'll
it's-
do that correspondence dinner.
Yeah, you're right. Politics, we need our Matt Rife. We're just waiting for our Matt Rife to come along.
What? Okay, who the fuck is this? I've heard this name.
He is like
Several times.
an Instagram comedian. He's like super good looking, and he makes his bones, at least that I've seen on Instagram. Like he's
never
he's
seen
in my
that.
girlfriend's feed
Is
all the
he-
fucking time.
Yeah.
All right, that's-
I got nothing against
he's,
him.
He's gay, right?
No, I don't
That's-
think so. He just
That
has
jawline is.
He has the bone structure of an angel, and women love him. And he does a lot of crowd work, and his crowd work to me generally seems to be some white woman screaming out like he's a Beatle,
Yep.
and then he responds with some like someone's been drinking. It's a little better than that, but it's like that's it. He's like one of the prolific crowd work comics, and my girlfriend. In fact, we had a little thing where she was like, well, you don't like me showing you comics, like you don't enjoy comedy. And I had to be like, oh, I think it's just really this Matt Rife crowd work guy I don't like.
I've seen his crowd work.
He's
and
okay.
I mean, like
It's okay.
It's not a Big J. It's not anything
Yeah,
close
exactly.
to.
It's
yeah,
not
someone
Andrew
like
Schultz or anything like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to begrudge anyone getting successful.
No,
like, good
sure.
for him. But at the same time, like, it is funny because I think he released a special this week or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everyone was talking about him. Everyone had an opinion on him.
Man, I'm really out of the comedy.
Yeah, I
loop.
had no idea who.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a special in years
yeah.
though, other than people we know.
You should check out Mulaney's. It was really good.
Yeah, do
One
any
is-
specials get talked about if they're good anymore? I've heard about the Monique special because I heard
Right.
terrible.
Yep.
Last, yeah, the biggest Hannah Gadsby,
Yeah.
which I heard was
That was a while ago. She's had another one since, and that
Yeah.
one was better, but not that great.
defined better, like
Better than the-
for what, for joking or
Yeah,
or
bet-
for ripping the heart out of your chest and showing you your hypocrisy.
Well, it's funny because her second special is like straight form jokes. So it's like her first one is like, I'm quitting comedy because of all of this. And then she comes out and she's like, going to work's weird, huh? And it's like, how did we get here from there, from the first one? I don't know, but
I didn't watch it either. I think I watched like 10 seconds. I was like, I think I'm just gonna make my judgments from here now.
Oh yeah, I could. It's just I'm never home anyway. I'm never home at night to watch it. I'm at these mics all the time, and it's like the last thing I want to watch. Especially we're sports guys. We like to. So it's time consuming watching that. There's just no time.
yeah, I only get it in because it's what I put on for noise while I'm writing. So I'll be sitting in my room, like I'll have some kind of comedy content on while I'm writing just to like fill the emptiness, and then I'll just absorb a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no, I do.
And if
some
it's
of
like
that.
Hannah Gadsby, I don't have to really tap in. Or like if it's like Mulaney, I'll end up being dialed in
Yeah.
and watch the whole thing.
I do some other thing. Sorry, Arden. Don't bring me into this.
It's my
Matt
girlfriend.
Rife. Yeah, Matt Rife is not my type.
Yeah,
Laugh
no.
my ass
well,
off.
physically,
Yeah, not fit. Yeah, clearly, or a lot of
Hey,
concessions
you
will have
gotta-
been made.
you got a disgusting heterosexual jawline.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Or
Like,
lack thereof.
like I was gonna say, like many
can't grow a beard like
heterosexual
that.
men, I have concealed my jawline with the false one of a beard.
I like to think we've done. I like
Yeah.
to think you've done a jawline add-on.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's
it's,
how I
it's
like to
gender.
think of
It's
it.
gender reaffirming.
Yes.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yes, I like to think of it that way.
Yes, but that was my girlfriend. I love you, Arden. Yeah, she's the one who showed me Matt Rife, but I think it's because she's a woman in her 20s, so I think the algorithm is like,
Yeah.
wouldn't you like this beautiful man?
He's
who-"
popped up for me too. He's
Yeah.
popped up for
Well,
me.
you
It's just
are a
nice.
20-something-year-old woman.
I
so
get
Dan
it.
fucks young women. Everybody keep that. I want everyone to know that Dan has sexual
Yes.
intercourse with
Everybody
women who
knows.
are considerably younger than him.
Everybody knows this. I am a bit of a Leonardo DiCaprio. I admit, I'm the man. It's okay. But
Yeah, I mean, I've seen
Except,
I've
yeah.
seen the way you're an environmentalist. That's what his Twitter says. He's an environmentalist, actor.
The
So that's how
closest
you know
thing
he's.
to a yacht is you have like a bed in like a speedboat like a race car bed, but a speedboat. I don't know if they exist.
Yeah, it's guys. When you're with me, we're on cruise control.
Billion-dollar idea. You heard it here on the Weekday Comics. Race car beds, but they're speedboats.
You guys have Leo coming in here in a few weeks, don't you?
Avi.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd love that.
yeah, he's got a movie coming out,
Yeah.
3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
I said, why not 4?
Why not?
He's in a Scorsese
That's
one
just
coming
when I
out.
start
If it's a
masturbating to the
Scorsese
peak,
and
baby.
yeah,
Exactly.
It can't be too long.
Yeah, he's a big fan of the show. Thanks for watching, Leo.
I actually like The Irishman. I think we've talked about it a bunch of
I
times.
love The Irishman.
You really? I
Yeah.
have to defend that a
I
lot.
fucking
Many Saints of Newark is what you hate.
that was
Yeah.
a
That's
dog
the
shit
Sopranos
movie.
movie,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
I liked it, but I didn't like. You couldn't root for anybody in that.
yeah.
No, here's a movie. People talk about how great that is. He drowns his wife in the ocean because she slept with someone. She tells him who it is, and his response is that fucking murdering N. And then he drowns her in the ocean.
Oh,
But they're like,
Well,
then-
yeah.
but
that
that's
sounds like a Sopranos.
but that's
plot to
art.
me.
That's art. I go up there and I say, people expect me to be Hispanic, and I'm not. They're disappointed. Can he be saying that? I don't know if he can say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just that like thing that with comedy where it's like they put so much fucking importance on this thing that we're doing, and it's like it's not important at all.
Never should have been. Yeah.
Right. Whoever got involved on our end, on the comedian's end, with agreeing with that bullshit that we're philosophers, fucked every
I know
comedian
exactly
over.
who it was.
Right? What do you think? I probably think through the 70s, 80s, you have the comedy boom of the 80s, which pretty much substantiated the line and the network of the writing about critics of comedy, because there was it was all over the place.
Right.
Then like, well, we need to write about this, right? We need to write about it, and then they start chirping in, and
Right.
before you
Whoever
know it,
came
it's-
up with the term "truth to power"
Yeah.
should be executed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the jester can speak the truth to the king. Like, fuck you,
No, that
man.
jester
Sometimes a
fucking
jester's just a
died.
degenerate that wants to fucking talk in front of like 30 or 40 people and not.
As a jester, I side with the king on that one.
Well, it's incels. They'll watch the Carlin videos when they're 12.
It's
and
Bill Hicks fans and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
But it's like, but no, you're not doing that. You're just talking about your dick in 2023. Just
Right.
like,
Right.
It's like Carlin Carlin exactly right, got labeled with that, but who also like got labeled, but I think in our time and contemporary, but didn't and just stayed it off was Jim Jeffries, because they were using his stuff in like college, some college courses, as like a but he was just like, but I'm just a comic, leave me alone.
he has a great voice.
And I feel like it's a cheat code to be British or Australian. Like Americans will let you get away with more.
Okay.
They'll let you criticize more than.
Cunt sounds so elegant
Oh,
coming
God,
out
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, I know you want me. I can't even
that's
give it.
more
You want me
Cockney.
to do the
It's all right,
accent,
at
dude?
I
At
should
least the
develop one
audience
of these
doesn't have to hear
accents.
you're a
Do the Cockneys-
Scottish guy.
Yeah, do the
we were
Cockneys
hearing
get
that.
away with it? Like, although I guess if you can't be elegant and say cunt, right?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
you can't-
Unless
Yeah.
you're British, you got to sip tea.
Yeah.
Benedict
pinky
Cumberbatch
up.
can't
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
like.
Ozzy can say it and make us look like fools.
Yeah.
If they'd work his mouth, Sharon would work
Yeah.
his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Sharon, friend of the show. But,
She's also a big fan. Thanks for watching.
but I'm gonna
Sharon.
have to develop a British accent.
Yeah,
That'll
you
be-
will.
you know,
Do
I've heard-
Do you do any accents? You do in New York because you do Chinese Checkers Clay, which is an amazing character.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
Which is
You fucking that goes on way too long sometimes.
yeah.
I haven't
agreed.
done that in years.
Agreed.
I haven't done that in years.
1 year maybe.
No,
right?
2021ish. I remember
Really?
because I said I should do this for the midterms and forgot.
Okay. Yeah, it's a great character. It's a character
you-
that you
okay, well,
are
explain-
not
It's-
allowed
yeah, we
to
gotta-
do by any of the rules,
I
but
mean,
you
yeah.
still do
Yeah.
anyway, and
It's-
it's
it's-
hilarious.
Well, if we
It's a
can't see your
character.
eyes because of the sunglasses, that's just another one you could maybe be. All right.
Well, if you could see the eyes, you'd see that there's nothing but love and respect. And,
All right, so we have to explain
Yeah.
Chubby Checker.
A Chinese Checkers
That's
Clay.
Luke.
Although Chubby Checker Clay would be a nice character too.
That would be fun.
But
All right, so you.
Chinese checkers clay. One night I was eating beef lo mein and I was watching an old like a dice clip. And I said, "Could you imagine if you put these things together?"
yeah,
And I thought I did an accent.
yeah, you sure did.
It's a
And you do a very good. You do a good. You sure did.
I'll
But
here,
you
one,
changed the.
yeah, the joke.
it's-
One of the jokes
Yeah.
is
What, his race?
Are you gonna?
it's
No, it's social commentary on the Chinese totalitarian government,
Yeah.
more or less. Yeah,
Little Miss
Should we
Muffet
just-
sat
should we
on her
just do the
tuffet,
voice?
eating her shrimp lo mein. Along came communist China, sat down beside us, said, "Hey, all your property belongs to the state, bitch."
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's yeah, exactly. So it's
I've never
much,
seen
very
you
much
get
so.
a laugh from normal people.
no, it's a good way. It's a good way. Like comics will talk about this, having like the jokes that you tell to kind of gauge if the audience is cool.
Yeah.
That will pull every cool person out and
Yeah.
send every regular, well-adjusted person running for the hills.
Didn't you see on Thursday when like the light went green in my head and I was just
Oh,
like
yeah.
free reign to do every fucking.
Oh yeah, although I will take an aside for that too. If you all did not come to the Autumn Lake Winery, the first official weekday comic show, Neil, Dave, and I on the same show, you missed a fucking great one. It was start to finish belly laughs. You would have been sweating. You'd have been laughing so hard, and we all had a great set.
God, I wish
Don't
I was
worry,
invited
yeah.
to be. I would have watched.
I'll post a video if you guys. If you guys ever want to see what I look like in 16 bits,
Dude, I never.
because I remember, hey, I should set. Neil's
no
filming. I don't
comment.
have to set up my phone.
I'm doing everything, and it's the word. Yes, when I eventually, we are very close to me not having to do absolutely everything. So I will have someone there who is just doing video and photography.
I love
alone.
I love my pixelated JRPGs,
have
and now I got to see myself as a
Lumix-
character.
You know what's funny? You know what sucks is Joe Weber's the only one that it clearly I just never set over the
host of the
I never
show,
set over the host of the show for that night of the comic. Clearly, like running around set up and multiple recording devices, including sound in the room next to you guys. And I must have left the automated off, like on. So
Oh, no.
it was Joe's set is completely clear, crystal clear, very wonderful.
Everything around me's clear.
Yeah. And then it clearly something moved, and I must not have turned it on manual, and I fucking apologize.
I
buddy.
felt like a fucking Octopath Traveler character,
Yeah.
just like a nice,
slightly
nice
underwater.
two-dimensional
Yeah,
character
yeah.
On it with a crisp, detailed backdrop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The clips will still be as sweet, I hope. But I got it.
But yeah, so chubby checker Chinese,
Chinese
whatever.
checker sway, yeah.
fucking-
That's an occasion. I like to bring him out at Christmas.
Yeah, he's a good Christmas.
He's a once in a while kid for the real ones. If we go to a frequent place, Bar 13.
Oh,
we
it
go
gets
to a lot.
mentioned quite frequently because I will have to give it. It's been mentioned enough now that is a open mic that local comics will go to, and it's like an anything goes mic. Like it's a guest bar. The mic goes to like 1, 2 in the morning.
And
you can
shockingly, most diverse group of comics, most diverse crowd.
that is true. It's an incredibly diverse crowd, and they're all fucked up in the head. And it's the place you can go to really test out that like edgy envelope pushing shit.
Run by Fenris, great guy.
Yeah,
We've had
yeah. Matt Morgan, awesome guy.
Yeah, we'll have him on the show eventually.
Yeah, when we're ready for a ukulele solo.
Yeah, the TikTok misses his laugh.
Yes.
He's got that big boom.
Oh my God, it's great.
And they think he's on my payroll.
Yeah, and he has that separate mic there that he does the intros on when he's bringing people up, so you could hear him laugh. If he doesn't turn them off, sometimes he'll be laughing with his big belly laugh. You'll hear it in the mic, and it's
Sometimes the Fenris laugh, you're up there, and that's the only thing that's like keeping you going on a joke is that you've got him.
But
going.
that gets new people. When you hear him do that, you feel like if you're just there, even before you go up the first time, you hear him do that, you feel like you're in it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Hey guys, we lost 3 listeners since we've been talking about comedy.
Hey, well, that's okay.
We
I
need to do
understand.
new stuff.
We'll go back to Chinese racism. Okay.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
No,
Now, my mom probably tapped. My mom was listening to
Yeah,
this
you were.
one. So, hi, Mom. If you're still listening, thanks. Yeah.
No, I love Bar 13. I wasn't trying
Yeah,
to.
but no. It is.
But,
I
That's
just thought
honest
it needed a
parenting
little.
right
Yeah.
there, though.
Yeah, I figured it needed an introduction, considering I think 3 episodes in a row it got a.
Yeah,
well, that's
get over
great.
it.
That's good.
So,
Support,
yeah.
go out there. I host there sometimes.
You
and,
do. You had a ganja show, a weed show. That I
Oh
did
yeah, we had
there. It was
the weed
awesome.
show. It was great. We had like 100-something tickets sold for that.
That's
And we
awesome.
were it was big. They'll let us do it again, I imagine.
Cool.
The Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Bureau from Delaware is not thrilled about it. They were inquiring, but
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
threatened to raid. But
Oh, wow.
we're not giving out anything. We took edibles and then did comedy.
And you know, the problem
what
was
the fuck
you're.
did people come for then?
Yeah. Well, I guess because
they
like
do it, but they do it themselves.
That's fair.
they just made it legal, so they're
Mm-hmm.
probably in that weird spot where the cops feel the need to like
Yeah,
show
yeah.
the fucking squares that like they're not gonna let
Is it-
Delaware become like a weed den. Or
Is it
something.
legal or decriminalized?
It's supposed to be
Recreational
legal.
is going legal, yeah.
Recreational, yeah. So they're gonna be selling.
Yeah, God,
it.
could you imagine if someone from
Yeah.
Delaware had a reputation of being a drug addict? You think he takes drugs to his dad's place for the cookouts?
Yeah. That's sensitive information. you know?
Referencing obviously Beau Biden, they had him take all that stuff when he was dying. all those drugs. Hunter, I'm joking. I was joking
I was
about.
gonna say
Bo's
a
the
Bo.
dead
I haven't
one,
heard
right?
a Bo reference in a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because-
Bo's the guy who was supposed to be like the next great politician or whatever, but then he died. So now
Yeah.
we can.
So I'm
always say
saying they
that
pumped
about
him full of drugs. That's so all those both of the brothers drug addicts.
Yeah.
And then Hunter fucked his wife.
Oh yeah, that is true.
How deep is this? How much is this?
Well,
do you think is real? Or wait, what
Conservatives know the ins and outs of Hunter Biden's life.
Right.
If you probably can get more information about Hunter Biden's life from a conservative than if you asked Hunter Biden.
Well, don't let this
He's
be.
blacked out on a lot of it.
I love Hunter Biden. This
know
isn't
you
a
do.
negative thing.
No, I know that. Yeah, these are all positive.
Compare him to fucking Chelsea Clinton. There's like
He's
who's
a-
more entertaining?
He's a millionaire
Right.
drug addict with a giant hog. He's
Yeah.
got a lot of to look up to.
Well,
He
I
stays out of the
love
spotlight. I don't even know what he looks like. I know what the fucking
just the
Trump
guy. He just looks
Yeah,
like a
he looks
guy.
super-
I know what the Trump kids look like. They do fucking look
How
like
about
He looks like a
people
guy that
shitting
would
on
hit you
Barron?
in like an Audi.
Do you guys
and
remember
then
when
drive
Barron
away.
Trump grew? He was like 14. He
Yeah.
grew like 6 inches in a summer, and people were like, "Look at this string bean. How could you look like that?" And then they'll be like, "No body shaming."
Yeah, no,
It's like the-
well, here we are 100% pro body shaming.
Well,
There's
I
no-
heard somebody say this is true. The true
I
story.
mean, we worked really hard to get where we are. If people, just put in the work, people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put down the fucking drumstick.
Right. That's what I think. Like body shaming, that's our words. You know what I mean? Like I'm gross. I should be able to make fun of other people for being.
You have the
gross.
right to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I can speak from an area of expertise. You know, like
Yeah, fuck those metabolism people. Like, let us fucking better ourselves. We don't need you.
Yeah, I'm ruining my body. Honestly, allergies. This year, terrible allergy
They're really
year.
bad.
So I feel like I have the right to ruin my body if like nature gives me allergies. Then say, well, I'll hurt my body worse than that. I'll eat.
I was gonna say you've managed to give yourself sniffles through many other means.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, it'd be like throwing money in the sewer now. It's a shame. The 3-month sabbatical in the spring is it's a tough time. You gotta dig deep.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you're cleaning up for a couple months, and that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Is that just for like health or absence makes the heart grow fonder? Or
Well, it's when your nose is blocked. See, if you're driving through a tunnel and rocks fall.
Okay, yeah, that's good news. Do you partake in that, or you?
I don't even smoke weed.
Yeah, I know you didn't smoke, but some people don't
Is that-
smoke, and they're like,
The last thing I did was mushrooms.
that's easy.
But yeah, that was they're enjoyable. That's like
Yeah, oh, yeah.
yeah.
that goes on a pizza. Not that, but I
Well,
actually
you can
hate
put
regular.
Coke
I hate
on a
regular.
pizza, too.
Fuck those portobellos. Yeah, I don't.
Dave, I always pictured you as a ketamine guy.
I don't even know what that one does.
I think that's Luke's younger sister. Then
You can say it, maybe.
She has that.
Maybe we can't.
Yeah. It's actually French, I believe. So
Yeah. Oh man.
What is that? An upper, a downer?
Downer, big time downer.
Okay.
It's a horse train.
yeah,
Yeah.
there are great memes about it though. Like a running meme. This is what comedy's going to be soon. There's a meme. Did you ever see this meme?
It's all going to be our podcast. We're just going to reference memes.
But where they just like all the times to be alive, and you're alive when people are taking horse tranquilizer for fun. But it's a series of different photos with that on it, and it's hysterical.
Yeah.
Why have you done these ketamines?
I lived with a guy who was really into it in college. I'm scared to do it because I saw this guy once sitting in the living room on a chair, and I said, "Yo, how you doing, man?" Good. Like that was, but it was the worst good I've ever seen. So
I remember going out to a club with my friend, and he had taken ketamine, and I didn't realize. I just thought he was like drunk when I picked him up, and then I realized he was in a K-hole. He was in this. He was on the we weren't dancing. Like we were just at the bar, me and my friends that hadn't, and he was on the dance floor, just like wiggling, like those dudes, like when those videos they
It's
take
called
those
whinnying when it's a horse tranquilizer.
yeah, dressage. He was just
That's
like
at a gay club.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was just wiggling and such, and he was like out of it. He was just like a dance zombie, and it wasn't a good look, and it was really gross. And I saw this guy in like a completely different way.
you can
and I was
only
like,
do
I'm
that
never
at fish
taking
shows.
it. Yeah,
You don't take half a ket like that sounds like, or is that just not the
Take
I
half
never
of
did
that.
it.
ketamine?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I've never done K.
So there was a guy. Well, you might know. You might remember. What is it? The crazy guy, lady or what? Mrs. Whatever. Remember that guy, Cody Wright, and that whole crew used to bring around. What's his name? Who used to just? He was smoking.
Cody was my mushroom.
No,
hook.
I know. I'm talking the guy that used like one time outside of
His
the
name was
Jersey
Lady?
Mike.
Yes, it was, Dave, and it
Mom?
can
His
be.
name was
Mommy?
Man of War.
Mommy? Wait,
Tyler,
Grandma.
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 This comic, anyway, for the people that don't
What
know,
is he
but
back in jail?
Cody Wright is a big, great stoner comic in
yes,
Philadelphia.
but this guy did comedy very infrequently, but he was so legendary for me as a dude who was just on all the drug. Like
That's awesome.
One time outside a tap room, he in Jersey, he's just like, I'm like, oh, what are you guys smoking? Oh, you got a weed pen? He's like, no, this is ketamine. And I was like, you're just smoking ketamine right now? And he's like, yeah, I have to.
And his father's
Now,
going to be
does that
president
get-
one day.
Does that get its own pen, or do you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do all the drugs have their own pens?
We got to make
he
one
had
like
one.
the
You can't just interchange a packet or whatever.
I don't know. I actually don't
They're
know.
one of the
I
ones
think-
with the colors that you push down. They give out at banks.
I imagine
Yeah.
you don't want to mix it up with the other ones.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
right.
that much.
Seriously, if you're going for like a nice
know,
little
yeah.
like
My
60 minute to go
ivermectin.
through your day.
Well, that cures COVID.
Yeah.
I know about that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Joker should shoot it at Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. No. K. Don't fuck
So
with
you
K.
can't- you
I
If
don't get-
somebody
I
says-
don't get
if somebody
your
says I
druggy
have to
humor.
take K, by all
Yeah.
means, let them
I
continue.
think
to
he's
take
better
It.
now. Yeah. But but
We'll give it up for Grandma.
Yeah.
She's
Hey,
Yeah,
Grandma, we're glad you're still with us. I
yeah,
think.
very much. So. Tyler.
Maybe. We haven't
Yeah, I've
years.
seen it.
He could be dead.
I've seen a post recently. Now he's not in the dead comics, the Venn diagram of people who tried comedy and then died. He's not in that one. He's
Yeah,
still
you're right.
going. I
Because
hope
you can't
he's
call
safe.
it a dead
'Cause,
comic.
yeah.
There's a bit much broader thing of people
Yes.
who did comedy
yeah.
and then died.
I'm glad I
Yeah.
found out recently I don't have to compliment a comic just because they're dead.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a power, right, to just let people be dead.
Because they had great guy. But yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I kind of saw it coming down the tunnel.
One of my least favorite things in comedy, just in general, is when a comic of any notoriety dies and you have to see your feed full for like the next 2 days of comics. Like, I remember when I did a show with
I
him
know.
and he stepped off stage and he was like, wow, you're probably the best comic I've ever seen living today. Wow, I miss that guy. And it's
yeah.
always something that's like self-aggrandizing bullshit.
The people want a person that they passed by for 5 seconds.
Yep.
And they want their friends to say, "I'm sorry for your loss."
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes,
Like when
exactly.
Gilbert died, and everybody posted their fucking like
Yes.
and I
You
just
killed
posted a
me then.
picture. When in Rome,
I think there was something where you said obligatory.
Yeah,
I was on
That
the
was so
floor.
funny. When Norm died, he had you
Yep.
know, was free with DMs on people, and there were all these images, like screenshots of the DMs he sent. So I just photoshopped one where
That's
I
so
was
funny.
like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna post this for clout." And at the end, he was like, "I don't know, that seems really gauche and like stepping on my memory, but you do you or whatever."
That's
And
good.
like people didn't appreciate that. one
Meanwhile,
very
at an
much.
open mic, if Norm did his thing, people would have him. They wouldn't book him on any of their bar shows.
Right, Norm would have thought that was so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like posting endless DMs that he exchanged. with
Well, the
people, but-
typical Philly bar show: 3 white guys, black guy, white woman. That's every Philly bar show. And if they can find a black woman, there's 4 white guys. But those are the ones where they say no hate speech. Because only whites would think, hate speech belongs elsewhere than the kitchen table. Like,
It is fun watching you navigate the modern
Yeah.
politics in society. I
oh
gotta
God,
say that.
I love to float around at these comedy things and say stuff to people I don't know.
I know you hate me bringing it up, but I would love to just take you for a week or two to Los Angeles to do the open mic
I'd
scene
love to.
there and just see like your opinions on that shit, because it's so much. It's what you don't like about Philly, but pushed into like the nth
Yeah.
degree.
I believe it. Yeah, I've been going to New York a fair amount recently for mics and stuff.
It's kind of a mixed
Oh,
bag.
those-
Very transactional, but you get the
do those people?
occasional.
Yeah, do those people show any reactions, or you're just looking
They
at
do
their
to Timlin.
notebook?
When I start talking about vote counts in the middle of the night, whoa, they're ready.
Yeah.
They're perked
Boy.
up.
Yeah, I think you do okay because like you're
Thank
very
you.
real, you're very unique. But yeah, if you get the wrong,
Yeah, I mean, like
audience
it's.
or
I think the fun of it for the people who like. I really, Dave said you don't have any. You don't care about anything. I don't care about. I talk about. I wouldn't care if Trump and Biden fucked each other.
yeah.
And people are like, "Oh my God!" But
I
it's
mean,
like,
that would bring the country together.
would that ruin your
probably.
life? You would be that upset? No one should be upset if they fucked each other.
No, yeah, that's bipartisanship as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Yeah, I go up and
that video needs to come out.
you guys have had Rinaldi on, right?
We have. He was our first guest.
Yeah, the first time I met him once before, but then the second time I met him was at Tuned Up, and he was going in the bathroom. He was going to do 30 there, and I was on right
In
after
the
him.
bathroom?
He was walking in. I said, "Steve, hey, you want to have sex? And he said, what? There's someone in the bathroom, you said? I said, no, I was asking if you wanted to go in there and have sex with me before our sets. And he said, oh, I don't think. I said, all right.
Nah, he's
Then
old. He's 30 going on 50.
No, I like
30
Steve,
going
but-
on 70 Italian.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I like to
You don't
float around
bring-
to strangers
he's-
and just say, it could have been anyone.
don't-
I'll float
yeah,
out
I'm
to him.
He's
surprised
like a
he didn't-
chapter
You
head of
don't
the
bring
Knights of
that homo
Columbus.
shit around me.
Yeah.
He liked me, though. He thought I was neat.
You know he wouldn't sound.
Which is an old Italian word for a young ethnic. Ah, he's a
He's
neat
neat.
kid.
Well, he asked me if
one
I
of
wanted
those
to start
neats.
running jobs for him, too. And he said, if anyone brings report cards to my parents from my school, they're dead.
He's like, you're not gonna fall asleep in the truck, are you?
You know who does? Stick Up Man.
Yeah.
That's art. Right? Isn't it great that everyone who's seen that movie knows what I mean?
Yes. Yeah,
Stick
that's
Up
a
Man.
Good
What kind?
reference. Yeah. That is a good.
pretty dead on.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dead on Rinaldi.
Yeah.
And then the one that Luke could have been, we brought him up a lot. I'm in love with the man. He's like Jimmy Conway. He just loved to steal. Like, he really enjoyed
yeah.
stealing things.
Yeah.
That's Luke.
Yeah, yeah. My heart. But,
You can say it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That's
Maybe.
maybe. Yeah. That's what I like about it. Is like, you can say it. I think. I'm not sure.
that's the essence of it. Then you realize it's all stupid. Like,
Well, right, because the rules are ultimately they're just broad strokes in an attempt to try to make a just, equal society. But because they're such broad strokes, there are a lot of like flaws in them. And when you start using these broad strokes as the determinator whether somebody is good or evil, that's when you allow people, comics like you, to come in and point out the absurdity.
yeah, and hopefully make money in time.
Yeah, hopefully, right. Ultimately, that's what we're all here for, right? We're just
No,
trying
I
to.
don't see that in your. But I enjoy what you're doing, and
Thank you.
my laugh is worth 1,000,000 of the others.
Honestly, to me, it is.
And,
It is.
that is true. That patented Premiano laugh where everybody else is groaning can make a whole set worth it sometimes.
I don't mean the essence of the laugh itself. I just mean the value of me, the person, laughing.
Sure.
Because I know
yeah.
funny better than most people.
I really believe
I'm not
that.
arguing with that. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I trust the experts. Okay.
Yeah.
Experts.
But Dave, you might be the comic I've seen the most in person in terms of time, not sets, because I've seen you on gigs where you do longer time. You might be the guy in person I've seen the most.
No, yeah.
Because
Well,
for a
I am-
while, like, you know, I
As
I
Neil
didn't see
can
for
tell
a
you,
while,
I
but-
am tough
Yeah.
to light.
I get around. I skip. I take time off. Yeah. Well, no, everybody likes you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I really don't know
light,
anyone who does.
Not L-I-K. No, light. Like
Oh, light. Yeah.
Shine
We
the
won't get the
light to-
fuck off stage.
Yeah. No, right.
And
That's
I'm sure,
true.
yeah.
That's true. At Autumn Lake Winery, we were all both supposed to do 13 minutes. I believe I did about 16. I believe you did 25.
my video's at 20. Yeah.
Good. I love
So,
that.
whatever. You
But
were
hey,
crushing,
yeah,
bro.
he'll
You were
light me
cooking.
the second I
Yeah.
give an A- performance.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you either. You were cooking, man. You had a
I'd
great
love
set.
to do like 90 minutes or an hour and 20. Or
Yeah.
that's 7. Or what's that? 80 minutes.
I would
And,
watch- yeah.
120. 2 hours.
Yeah,
I'd be
that
the
would
one
nice.
person left at the end.
Oh, I'd want that. My
Well,
math skills, I should have channeled Chinese checkers Clay, and I could have got that right.
There you go.
But
Well, speaking of the one person left at the end, for our one listener remaining,
We're back up to 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
hey, all right.
I texted people. We're done with that.
So it's time for the news, yeah?
Yeah.
All
hit it.
right.
We're talking news. We're talking news. News. Talking news. We're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
I just love that weird song you got going on for that. But for those of you that don't understand the conceit of this, Dave and I have written, I believe it's 20 news jokes this week. We do not confer with each other prior to doing it. I do not know what he's going to say. If we have a joke about the same news story, we will have a joke off, and our guest Otis will decide which one he likes more, so that Dave and I can flex on each other. Otis, I believe you have a news joke as well. We'll get to you.
all right, excellent.
with that.
Excellent.
You want to go first, bud?
Sure. Authorities find 8 bodies in Cancun Beach Resort as Mexican drug cartel violence rages. Although there is some question to cartel involvement for all the deaths, as their MO has never been before to leave their victims with a beer funnel stuck up their asses.
All right. Yeah. Violence at the border.
The Camelot special.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Legendary television host Jerry Springer dies at age 79. America will memorialize Springer in an appropriate way by spending the next decade losing its shit over trans women and unplanned pregnancies.
There you go. All right, if anything's sending me to hell this week. Mattel unveils a Barbie with Down syndrome. Some are wondering if this will be a profitable move by Mattel, seeing as in the past they've always sold the extra chromosome as a separate accessory.
That's great. And we have a joke off, baby.
Oh, fuck.
You know Down syndrome Barbie wasn't
I wrote
getting
two, well,
ignored.
I cut one of them. It was way worse.
Okay.
Choke off. I feel like we'd have. Yeah. Choke off.
The first Barbie doll with Down syndrome has been released by Mattel, to be followed by the release of a new Ken doll, who's a real fucking scumbag.
I do like both of them. I like the chromosome because they really do that. They sell the extras. That's
right.
truth and you know
That's
what I mean.
good.
But there are a lot of Ken
Truth
douches.
and power.
I'm happy for Dave. I'm happy for Dave because that means I only have one up on you now. It is a contest.
Well, yeah, I like to give a little explanation though. We want to educate the people.
The one I deleted involved Ken too. So
there you go. I'm glad you deleted it.
Inclusive.
okay. Demi Moore and Bruce Willis welcomed their first grandchild. And just like that, the size of the Willis family grew by 1, and the number of bald, drooling family members doubled.
I love it. I love making fun of Bruce Willis. Why not? Dementia's funny.
Not when it's the president.
It's even funnier. Not to the people that watch our clips on YouTube, but to me.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, right. Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, said to a Russian reporter, quote, "I do not support what your country has done to Ukraine." He then added, "But what you guys do to the gays, mwah!" Well done.
Illinois-based meat producer recalls over 2,000 pounds of ground beef over rubber-like material in patties. Although it does seem wasteful to throw out the food, seeing as hold on. Let me start over. Illinois-based meat producer recalls
Big fucker. Fucker.
Is that a new thing we're doing?
Why not?
I can't wait to replace you.
They will not replace us.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right,
I meant
let's-
that producer-wise.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
got
try
it.
that again. Illinois-based meat producer recalls over 2,000 pounds of ground beef over rubber-like material in patties. Although it does seem wasteful to throw that out, seeing as food that's made out of the same material as a bouncy ball could easily be marketed to bulimic girls. It wasn't where it was a
actually
long
liked it.
walk,
No,
but
But it was
yeah.
a good. It was a good. I thought it was good.
You're
not
It was a bit of a
bulimic.
walk though.
Yeah.
Can you say that?
Yeah, he could.
I bulimia'd before.
Prove
Sometimes
it.
the room's spinning, and I just need to.
Well, we're going to need 3 reports of you, 3 specific instances, or we're going to send the
There are
county.
people have seen it.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott tweeted a picture of his dog before sending his condolences to victims of a mass shooting. If that wasn't bad enough, the condolences were, "Hey, heard you're having a rough day."
All right. Biden says his own age doesn't register with him as he seeks second term. And that forgetting what year it is never a cause for worry either.
Oh, I also think it bears mentioning that we went out of our way to be a little extra edgy in honor of you.
Oh, well, thank
Otis.
you. Thank
so
you.
we
I'm-
tried to push the envelope a little further with our jokes tonight.
I was just joking about the thing. I wasn't upset. I'm glad. I like that I can influence.
Yeah.
I can bring out the worst.
Yeah, exactly. You bring out the worst in us. That's
Yeah.
a very good way to
It's
put
my
it.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this one. Republicans in Montana censure transgendered legislator Zoe Zephyr. Representative Zephyr said, "You will never silence me." To which Republicans replied, "Shit, maybe she is a woman."
All right.
That was great.
Thank you.
Confirmation. North Dakota legislature approves bill allowing teachers to ignore students' preferred pronouns. The head of the North Dakota Teachers Union came out and said, "This bill has our full support." And also, which one is a pronoun? Is that the one that describes something?
Principal, who was forced to resign over showing Michelangelo's David visits sculpture. marking the first time a former employee got to visit the very thing that got them fired since Otis Timlin went to the memorial site for the Twin Towers.
Hell of a day we had.
I only...
Any given Tuesday.
Thank you. I knew that was going to be a nice little alley-oop for you, Otis.
President Biden snubs Hunter's daughter with ex-stripper amid ongoing legal drama. In his defense, someone associated with the White House paying off a sex worker does come off a little 2016-ish.
Okay, my next two, I'll go back and forth, but it's the same story. Pornhub blocks Utah in protest of new age verification law. Traffic has already plummeted on videos of gangbangs where everyone is married.
Dig it. Okay, where was I? Here's a fun story. A man accused of leaving date, killing parking lot scammer, then returning to a restaurant. He decided to come clean to his date, though, because he figured that gave him a better shot at closing the deal than if he said he went to go take a shit.
I like it.
Thank you.
Pornhub blocks Utah in protest of new age verification law. This marks a first for Pornhub blocking an entire state and the first time Mormons ever cared how old she was. They have a problem with that, Otis, you see.
Because of Carl.
I'm familiar with. I'm a big John Stockton guy.
Carl, yeah. All right.
Airmail.
Michelle Obama joins Bruce Springsteen on stage during Barcelona concert. Following this, many right-wingers were quick to point out that an Obama singing Born in the USA is in fact not legally binding.
Yeah.
When do you want to tell your joke?
Yeah, you want to tap in with yours?
Yeah, but it's gonna be lackluster compared to these.
We do it every week. It's
all right.
okay.
All right, here we go. Dewey defeats Truman.
All right.
That was it.
That was great.
I thought that would be cute.
I fucking love it.
I
It's
thought of
great.
that in the car.
Yeah, I'm into it. Bam.
Hold it tight. Back to one. Hold it tight. We're back to
Ooh,
one.
okay. Bam Margera has been apprehended. Our long national nightmare is over. Police say Bam will be held in custody without bail by Chinese finger traps wrapped around his penis and attached to another guard.
Fun. Paints a nice picture. Very nice. Oregon Summit, formerly called Swastika Mountain, is officially renamed after indigenous chief. This change has been a long time coming, although they have rushed this decision to name it after the controversially named Chief Hunts the Jews.
Played by Christoph Waltz.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear your favorite ski spot is closed down.
Now, there's those 4 sharp turns that I just can't get her around.
Yeah, it's a white diamond.
Yes. Oh.
Florida residents panic as they mistake Taylor Swift concert lights for a UFO, which is silly because Taylor is a white woman and they don't fly in to invade Florida until at least age 65. Thank you.
Arkansas woman indicted after selling stolen body parts for $11K. During the sentencing, the Arkansas courts told her, "Why did you think you could get away with that? You don't even have the rights to your own body parts."
I'd give it to Taylor.
So no, we're not.
What? Whose body parts?
I'd give her a severed head if I had to. To fuck someone who fucked Mayor, I can't get into that.
That's
all
its
these
own
those
separate.
20 minutes.
That's its
So
own
Syrian
separate line.
courtship.
Yeah, the Taylor Swift severed headline.
Yeah.
That's longer than the fucking Ticketmaster. The will call. Okay.
You could just spit on me.
Yeah, after the show.
And then I'd sue her.
I'll spit, yeah.
Racist. It'd be racial. It'd be a hate crime.
I do everything is watching Dan like trying to move on. Yeah, I'll spit on you.
That's
I don't
okay. I'll
care.
spit on
Just
you.
give
It's
me
fine.
1
Just
second.
let me
No,
listen
no,
to my
no,
jokes.
this is what we wanted.
Yeah, no, this is exactly what I wanted. Yeah. This is what we knew when we booked Otis. Thank you, Otis. Pandemic sent high school sex to new low, survey finds. But of course, Dave Permiano was locked in quarantine.
I mean, you just took something stereotypical about yourself
I know.
and then applied it to me.
I know. Yeah, it's called projection. It's
God.
great.
Okay. I don't have anything for you.
That's okay. I got one for me later. That's why I didn't do me.
Michael J. Fox says, I'm not going to be 80 amid ongoing battle with Parkinson's disease. He only wishes that he could go back so he could be better prepared for what is coming, but he'd have to make it to 88 for that to happen.
Nice. There it is. Yes.
Well done.
Oh my God.
That's fire. 5 school staffers in Indiana charged after boy told to eat his own vomit. Though in those staffers' defense, hot vomit may be the tastiest thing in a public school cafeteria.
There we go. Al Sharpton threatens to protest McDonald's over racial discrimination. It's really a sign of how bad things have gotten at McDonald's when even Al Sharpton thinks it's high time they put a white person in a commercial again.
Oh, there's that Otis Timlin edgy jokes we were talking about.
Not the Michael J. Fox one.
That one too. They're all.
No,
they're
he's
all,
white.
These
He's
all,
white. We can laugh at him dying. Shriveling up.
It's comedy cops right here.
Hey, Shaky, calm down.
Oh, fuck. Woman at the center of the Emmett Till killing has died. Reports say she is in hell, but only because she accused St. Peter of winking at her.
I saw it.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's
yeah,
tough.
Oof. I thought about just right.
Oh,
was
yeah.
Middle school student allegedly sent home for refusing to change shirt that said there are only 2 genders. They also said the shirt was too revealing since they only sell it in Zim's extra small. I made up a gender for that joke.
Here, we got a short one for you here. Mississippi shooting at a house party kills 2 kids and 1 play.
Nice.
House party, 1990.
Oh,
House party
fuck.
1 and 2, kid and play.
Oh,
Damn it. I feel bad.
If I had the benefit of the fucking graphic, then it would have been a killer joke.
Yeah, that's better than our brains let us
If
recognize
only I
it.
had to be. If only I got a flashed up house party.
Nevada children have experienced rare brain infections and abscesses as CDC investigates. The CDC hopes to root out the cause of this so that the biggest threat to children in Nevada could go back to being left in the car when the parents go gamble.
I just have to cut it in here because Luke put it. Luke, hey bud, I would put this up, but I'm not gonna put it up. All right, but I appreciate the comment.
Okay, we're getting some comments that
Sorry.
are problematic.
I don't know. It's,
Did he drop a
is
hard
it-
end?
It's just silly,
He's
but I don't
allowed
know.
to.
People, I'll
Luke
put
is
it
a
up. I'll
sick
put it up.
ghoul. Luke is just a sick. He should be put in a cell. He is such a sick ghoul.
I don't know why. It's just me. It's just so out of nowhere. I don't know why. I don't know what part he's commenting on, but it's just my family has a timeshare at Swastika Mountain. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
okay.
know what it means. I don't know if it's.
That's okay.
It's confusing.
Kobe
me more. I'm
crashed.
sorry to cut you off. Don't do this. Don't do this. I have to.
Oh,
I gotta
boy.
go back and just
Oh boy,
take my
Drop 10
comments
Media,
out.
everybody.
No, don't do this. Don't
Drop
do
10.
that.
Hey, we're the-
Drop10.com.
This is the flagship show.
That's right.
Oh no, we're in trouble. All right,
And it's headed straight
Dad.
to the iceberg.
I'm producing. Do more jokes. Go.
Okay,
Shut
you
up.
got it. You got it. Russia reports worst labor shortage in 25 years. Experts believe it's because so many young Russian men are currently working in Ukraine as fertilizer.
Yeah, there we go. Not offensive.
No, they're white. It's okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going by your lead.
I keep telling white homeless vets to go to Ukraine to be taken care of by the American government. I saw a nice man in Philadelphia leaving a mic a few weeks ago. He was sleeping. He had a sign that said homeless vet, and he was sleeping in the steam coming out of the sewer, warming himself in shit fumes. That's how we take care of our vets.
All right, save your act for the stage.
No, keep it going. Texas college baseball player.
Go ahead. Sorry, could you redo it, bud?
I think I have to.
Yep, you have to now.
Texas college baseball player struck by stray bullet during game. The player was taken to the hospital and is in stable condition, but there's no timetable as of yet on when he can come back and take his base.
What is this it? Oh no, I got a few more. The Northern Lights were visible in Texas Panhandle for the second time in a month, causing confusion for Texas residents who don't even like it when their sky is colored.
A seaweed blob stretching from West Africa to Gulf of Mexico reaches Florida beaches. The blob can be described as large, slimy, and disgusting, although the second washed up on those shores, it immediately became a Florida 7.
I like it.
Florida 7, not 47, which that guy from Florida is going to be.
Oh boy, no. Fuck no. Nah, Disney's gonna take him out. California gets ready for snow-related flooding known as the Great Melt. Though it is confusing because the Great Melt also describes what comedian Dan DePriel looks like when he takes off his shirt.
Great Mel.
There we go. I think that should be your... That's what I'm introducing you
Oh
as.
my God, that's a great nickname.
I had a choice with my jokes. Was I going to make you the pedophile and me the gross wide body, or you the gross wide body and me the pedophile? I feel like you got you got it easy.
What? No.
Well, Neil mentioned Venn diagrams
not gross.
earlier. Gross, wide body, and pedophile. Come on.
Wait, did you just call pedophiles not gross?
Not physically gross.
Most of them probably are.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know. My ice cream man is pretty good looking. He doesn't have the jawline of Matt Rife, but he's all right.
Right.
No, I'd want that guy to. If I were,
Matt
if
Rife
I were
could
at
drive
least
the
in
van in my
double-digit
neighborhood.
ages, if I weren't like if it's 8 or 9, but if I were 11, you could do a lot worse than Matt Rife.
I've yet to see one priest that looks like Matt Rife. You know.
Oh God damn, you're right.
U.S. military. What did you fuck up again?
You guys, stop pretending like it's me. You staring like you look down as if that's a cue for me to know that you're about to speak. How about serving me up a, hey, I'm all right, let me do one. How about that?
Do I have to do that? Hey, I'm going to do another joke now. I mean, good thing I have 3 more left. That would eat up the whole episode. All right. U.S. military tracking another mysterious balloon flying over American soil. Although there's a slight chance the U.S. government was the one that put the balloon up there just so its citizens would shoot up at the sky instead of at a school.
A mermaid statue, dubbed too provocative, causes stir in southern Italy town. Or as residents put it, I wanted to fuck the fish.
All right. Brittany Griner celebrates her freedom at her first Met Gala. They rolled out the red carpet for her at the event, too, by switching the price on the ticket to 1 year's WNBA salary per head.
That's cheap.
Yeah, a little bit.
Honey Boo Boo released her prom photos this week. She said she's just happy to finally wear a fancy dress without a pageant judge asking to smell her hair.
And
live in
that
a
pageant
sick world.
judge's name was Dan DePriel.
Hey, ho,
the
there you go.
pedophile baton's been passed back to you.
Oh, she aight.
Oh, come on.
Oh boy.
No.
Oh
I'm
boy,
kidding, I'm
Otis.
kidding, I'm kidding.
It's
Well,
how
there, and one more
She's
mention of
18
Luke.
or
There he
17 or
is.
18.
God, her fucking eyes did not come in right.
Well, that's the
No,
the
dude,
Down
was-
syndrome Barbie.
Yeah,
Why did I
this
do
one
this?
is your fault, Neil.
She'll never guest on the show now, Honey Boo Boo. Maybe her mother.
We'll get Mama June up here, though.
Writers Guild of America goes on strike.
Line?
No.
Yeah, obviously, we normally do 15 jokes, but to stand with the Writers Guild of America, we did more this time. So, sorry, writers.
Scabs.
yeah. We will cross the picket line. SNL, call us.
These unions are out of control.
Yeah, Michael Che can sit
I'm kidding,
outside.
I'm
We'll
kidding.
write Weekend Update. All right. Mom influencer found guilty of lying about Latino couple trying to kidnap her kids at a California store. Police saw through the ruse immediately because what would a Latino family need with more kids?
Jeez, dude.
They have large families.
I've heard. Otis, can you confirm?
The tire marks on my neighbor's front lawn will tell you that they do.
Save the most offensive for last. For you, baby.
Thank you. I'm glad.
What
I
do you
eat
got-
that stuff
What
like
do you
honey.
got coming up?
Man, I'm gonna go home and eat tonight. I have no, Lukey and I are looking at starting a cast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we've been thinking about it. We've
Cool.
been talking. So we have some recording plans this weekend. Be hitting the mics and everything. Some shows that later on in the month, like late May 20. Not enough. I should remember to plug them, but
Yeah, you should. We look forward to. We will consider this an official invite onto your podcast.
Any of you guys.
Yeah.
Pedraza first, but then you three.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Jesse's great.
And for people just listening audio, that's at Otis Timlin, Timlin on IG.
Yes, I'm on there. You can find same with Twitter. You can find me there. I give a little of my thoughts on Twitter and Instagram. I kind of just shit post.
Yeah,
it's
fun. You're fun. You do a lot of car videos. You'll be driving and you'll be doing fun stuff.
Oh yeah, in the car, usually just
yeah.
complaining.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Sometimes I'll be listening to audiobooks, and if there's a part I like, I'll record it as it's coming over the car speakers.
You'll do it as Seinfeld sometimes, which I love.
Jerry. He's
you do it as Seinfeld.
I've always been a fan.
Yeah.
Jerry's a fellow member in the industry. If you guys don't know, he's
actually big fan of the show. Thank you for watching, Jerry.
Yeah, he's signed on the wall up there. He's right under Buttercup.
Yeah.
He's prepping girls for Leonardo DiCaprio.
Dave, what do you got coming up?
Boy, if you missed the last vineyard/winery show, my previous one got postponed to May 18th at the White Horse Winery. So check that out. Someone just asked me. It's not important, I guess, though. So yeah, Dan, what about you?
This weekend I actually have off, but next weekend, I'll just plug the important show I have in May. May 20th, I am doing 2 sets at the Broken Goblet Brewing Company. They're having an event called Brain Fest, which is a charity supporting autism research and other such things. Obviously, I'm very well versed in what the charity is. It's mostly bands. There'll be a lot of music. I think the host is drag queen, so you'll love it, Otis. And
why wouldn't I? Applewhite's is trans, one of my best friends. She's going to be great here next week.
Yeah, Applewhite will be here next week.
If you're going to follow me, follow Applewhite instead. She's a funnier person.
She'll have a whole episode.
No limit on how many times you can hit that follow button.
Oh yeah,
that is true.
Just do it for everyone.
Yep, exactly.
But you got to put the follow in the little envelope and then put it in the big envelope and then send it in. It's a mail-in follow.
But I got nothing this week really, but I'll be back next week. I'll get some stuff, plug some stuff, and then Brainfest May 20th. Get your tickets.
I remembered now. I got to plug the Exton mic. I'm hosting the Comedy Explosion Exton mic this Thursday in Exton at the what's the name of the hotel?
The Exton Hotel.
It's just called the Exton. Yeah,
That's
the Exton Hotel. Great mic. A lot of people show up. Sometimes they leave the cereal for the continental breakfast unattended. And
it's like hitting gold for the comedians.
I got a couple of Smucker's apricot packs now. They go great on toast.
Who says comedy doesn't pay?
Yeah. All right, Neil. What?
Yeah, I am neilwood.com. Go there for all the dates and details, people, and drop10.com for all those tickets. We got a show this Friday, Cinco de Mayo, at Crown of Creation, a little art.
What are the demographics on that lineup?
It's largely Latino and me.
A Latino and you?
It's
Who's the Latino?
largely
Jesse Pedraza.
yeah, guys. Hey, if you have these questions as well, go to drop10.com to find out the lineup and the tickets. Tickets right now are only $10, so go there now and have a bunch of fun. And then Myers Brewing Company every second and fourth Friday.
It's a good show.
And again, the winery shows for all the dates and details because we already have a new date for Autumn Lake Winery. We are coming back June 7th. Dave will not be on it. Dan will not be on it.
So don't go.
And I'm so excited.
Because it went so poorly for you the last time you had us both on the show.
It was pretty bad. I felt like I wanted. Well, the laugh was too much, and then we have to bring it back down. It's a roller coaster for them. I felt like their stomachs were upset because they laughed too much.
I get it. You have to make it fair for the other comics. If we set the bar constantly at that level, the other people just won't be able to live up to it.
It's unfortunate, but
I know, but we got followers. We got more.
We did. We actually got followers off of that.
They were spectacular. You guys did awesome. So thank you again.
Did anyone message you from that show?
So blend into the background.
Yeah, but if I were just the guy that saw you guys, I would absolutely fall. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're watching.
Thank you. We did the thing where you do so well, you stand at the door to accept the accolades of everyone as they're walking out.
We need merch.
Yeah, we do. But it was funny because on the way out, we were like, "Hey, we have a podcast," and we got, I don't listen to them. They were like
very nice.
leaving.
Something which I can sympathize with wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
Well,
I
give people
admire
the stickers. Somebody will put that on their car.
Yeah,
I'd put that on my car.
That's what we do need. We need merch. We're gonna talk about that once we're done.
I'd wear a shirt with that on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it. I just found out it's super fucking hard to just make one shirt.
Yeah, you
I
got
was
to
just planning to make for myself to just wear it shows.
Oh,
you got to get it
hell
register with them, and then you can make it's in their system.
Yeah, you got to find some hipster with.
We could probably. This probably doesn't need to be an on-air discussion.
No, that's why I said we'll talk after.
All right, we'll see you next week with
Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for having me, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Otis.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was a. We fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
This has been a Drop 10 Media Production.